What up? Good morning, world. It's your boy Genghis Kaz, aka Kaz Controversy, aka the Brown Mamba. Got another one for y'all. This one is humans are brainwashed beyond the point of return. Think about that, man. And by the way, I know this shirt is wrinkled as hell. It's what makes me human. I have to put on my fake Shaq voice. But yeah, man, humans are brainwashed. You know, so many angles I could touch with this. Let's see where I go. All right, I guess we could start with the educational system, right? The education system. See, my point right there. So, when you go to school, what subjects do you take, right? You take math, science, literature, gym class, all that good stuff, and social studies. So, let me use that one, right? You go to social studies class. What do they teach you about? Christopher Columbus, Ponce de Leon. You know what I'm saying? They give you these historic figures. Mostly, if you're from North America, of course, they're gonna give you their characters, right? It's kind of like a video game. It's kind of like the Marvel universe, right? They give you these characters and they make them popular, right? So anyway, this is the stuff they teach you. They might give you some geography up in there, showing the degrees of the Earth's axis, right? All this stuff. Is that that's I would say 85% of that stuff is all lies anyway. I mean, we all know Christopher Columbus did not discover America, but that's a whole nother conversation, whatever. Y'all get my point why I'm hitting this. So then we go to science real quick, right? Let's say they teach you about the planets, how many planets they are. Saturn has 16 moons and Pluto's below 0 degrees freezing. And now, when you finish high school, right? Does any of that stuff matter in your life? Like, when you turn 20, 21, when you're trying to go for a job or something, you don't go to a job interview and they say, how do you feel about 16 planets being around Saturn? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you even, like, most of us in walk through life don't even look at the sky, man. So, is any of that relevant to your life? Think about how humans are molded in school to get this, I guess, this type of knowledge that they're trying to give us when it's not relevant to anything. I mean, fine, if you want to feel like it's good to know, then all right, cool, whatever. Shit, you got free will. I ain't knocking it. But, if you want to stay, something, listen, man. Some people want to stay asleep. Some people want to be woke. Some people just don't give a shit. I mean, this is the way life is. I don't force nothing to no one. I'm just here to talk realness, right? So, I'm gonna leave that one, right? I already left that with that. I'm gonna go to this one. Check this out, right? You got television. Vision. Think about that. You figure it out for yourself if it flew over your head, right? Don't worry about mines. I look like RoboCop with the helmet off, but it's all good. So, television. Do you understand how powerful television is? Like that flat screen you're looking at, everything from if it's regular TV, cable TV, or you're watching YouTube on your TV, or you're watching HBO Max, Disney Plus. Anything that you watch, whether it be the news, whether it be a movie, whether it be a vlog, whether it be anything, a lot, yes, even vlogs, because people up here talk caca out their mouth, they talk nothing, they whatever, is what it is not teaching you anything either. Like it molds you, it manipulates you to feel a certain way and to be something that you're not. Because a lot of like that's why these kids is messed up, especially in the ghettos. Because even in the suburbs, why? Because they watch these stuff. Like for example, let's say a young teen is watching a gangster series, right? Is watching a series about the streets. Now he wants to feel like, let's say there's a character that influences him. Now the character was a murderer and he was the boss or whatever. Now that kid wants to be like that character. The power of TV, man. The power of manipulation is real, man. Most of the time, this technology now is raising your kids more than you. You know, television, man. I'll give you another one. Music. Our whole life we've been listening to music. Now, what does music? That's another powerful. It's like magic, man. Follow the Pied Piper. When you listen to music, it gives you it plays with your emotions. Whether you're sober or whether you're intoxicated, it changes your mood. It can make you feel sad. It can make you feel mad. It can make you feel happy. You know what I'm saying? It plays with your thoughts. And so that could be another thing. Like for example, I was in a dream state for a long time. Like I remember I used to listen to 50. I grew up listening to 50 Cent, G Unit. So shit, when I used to sell drugs, and at that time when I was growing up in the stop and frisk era, that shit made me want to go outside and punch people in the face. I swear to God, it made me aggressive. Like when I used to listen to 50, that shit gave me that aggressive energy. You know what I'm saying? That's why that energy word is used around a lot. Because it is very real. That shit just puts like a battery on your back, man. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you listen to, all hip hop music, or whether it's rock and roll, or like rock and roll, them dudes, they throwing up devil signs and they want to smash objects and shit. That's it's manipulating them. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I could bring it to the phones. The phones. Everybody's watching these things online, and they being manipulated and brainwashed. Everybody, man, listen. The whole world is manipulated and brainwashed. I think the only people, that's only probably free. It's people that's like that really live like that. There's really tribes still out there. There's people that live in the Amazon. There's people that live in the jungles and the desert. That's away from all this stuff, and they living off the land. And they just live natural. That's what I call natural living, man. When you living like that, think about it. There's no problems. I mean, I'm showing that community that's always, look, humans are always gonna have issues with each other, right? There's always gonna be, because that's part of life. You got negative and positive, right? There's always gonna be some kind of issue, but you don't hear in the news, oh well, there was a chief in a tribe somewhere in Brazil in the Amazon that committed a massacre and killed his whole village. Like, you don't hear that. You know what I'm saying? People that live away from this stuff, they're not getting fed garbage. It's all sanitation, man. Being manipulated, and everybody stuck in a dream state because of it. Some people don't care, man. Look, 9 out of 10 human beings, they rather choose the steak. What I mean by that is, if those that seen The Matrix, remember when I forgot dude's name that sat across the table in the restaurant with the agent, with Agent Smith, what he told him. He said, that's when he said, oh, ignorance is bliss. And he ate the steak. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. Everybody eats the steak, man, because, they like this, man. People like this. They like to be in a dream state. They don't want to wake up. They don't care. They don't, you know what I'm saying? And that's why this world will always go to shit. It will always be shit. Because nobody wants to fight the good fight, man. There's people out there, there's a lot of people out there that's trying to bring light into the darkness. I get it. But, it's always going to be the same. When it was the same before you came here, it's going to be the same after. And it's sad to say that. So, yeah, man, I think I made my valid points. I always keep these vids short. Uh, there's gonna be some vids where I sound a little bit hypocritical. Of course, there's a reason why I'm saying that. It was something that I was thinking of earlier that I was gonna mention. Oh, because I said I think I said in the past where I said, yo, it's better, why instead of us thinking like, being always on some like the street thing and all this stuff and living a criminal life, why don't we get our education? It's better and all this stuff. Everything looks good on paper, man. One thing that's one thing I can't deny, right? Yeah, the education system I believe is deceptive. I believe is to me is not relevant. It's bullshit. But everything in this world is about that black ink, right? You can't walk into the White House with nothing, right? You need some kind of credentials. You need something on paper, right? Even if it's something on ID. You can't be a gangster in jail with messed up paperwork, right? Everything is paperwork. You know what I'm saying? When you go to, if you want a great job, if you want a great career, you need that paperwork. You need the degrees. You know what I'm saying? Your diplomas. Paperwork. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't have paperwork, you wouldn't exist. What I mean by that is the birth certificates and the social security cards. Everything is so that's the catch-22, right? I mean, as human beings, this is all. First, it was you had physical slavery. Now it's all mental now, man. It's a mental slavery game, and it's all about how you play it.